Okay. Oh, hey. It's you again. It's me again. See if this thing's working. I think it's working. What's up, man? How are you doing? It's Friday, August 18th at 9:46 in the morning. And I'm drinking coffee. So coffee cheers. Boom. As Joey Diaz says a lot, and as I steal a lot, it's a beautiful day to be alive, man. Beautiful day to be alive on this strange rock floating through a universe that no one understands. Lately, I've been considering myself more of an observer than an inhabitant, and it's an interesting way to look at the world, looking at it like you're an alien from another planet and watching the things that people do and going, that seems quite strange. That seems quite strange that I'm wearing headphones that I don't need right now. I was listening to music and forgot to take them off. Yeah, so I've been observing the world like an alien, and it's a strange world that we live in. Not even just right now, throughout all time in history, and I'm sure in the future. But one thing I do know is I hope you're doing well, taking care of yourself, just trying to stay up, keep your head together, make some improvements, blah, blah, freaking blah, right? One of the strange observations that I have about humans is it's one of the reasons I like marketing so much. My life was consumed with music for the first 30 years, and it's been consumed with marketing for about the last 10. Longer than that, actually, but about 10 years ago is when I started doing it for myself. And one of the fascinating things about, one of the first things that blew my mind about marketing, which in and of itself is a social, psychological experiment. It's the strangest thing you've ever seen. Some of the results and search terms you see people searching for will blow your mind. I realized this very early on about how strange. When you start to see people's search terms coming from Google live as they type them and search and click your ad, you change the way you look at the world a little bit. Everyone seems a little different. Not dumber or smarter, but just stranger. You know, people, like Jim Morrison said, people are strange when you're a stranger. Very, very true. And today, I'm trying to thread this into the conversation that I want to talk about, because today I do have a topic, and it's about spam emails. And this morning, I was kind of perplexed. I've been perplexed lately. Obviously, if you see the timestamp on this video, it's been a bit since I posted a video, and it's because I really didn't have much to say. And I've been trying to think of something to share here, and I laughed to myself today because what I'm going to talk about is spam email. And the reason I'm going to talk about it is because I don't know if I've ever talked about it here, but one of the best ways to find unique headlines and or angles for marketing campaigns is to look in your spam email folder. A lot of people just delete these without thinking. They go, what is this crap, this garbage, blah, blah, blah. You don't even think about it. But the thing to remember is that behind those spam emails that look so stupid to you, behind those spam emails are people making millions upon tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, each combined billions, or they wouldn't send them. I learned my lesson on this early. I remember seeing the ads for free. This is way before iPhones, so they had like free Windows, PC, free Dell computers. That was one of them. Free Dell computer if you fill out this survey. You know, what's your favorite color? Are you a man or a woman? Do you like fish? Yes or no? And you answer 4 or 5 questions, and they want your email address, your home address, and then you had to fill out some surveys, and then there was supposedly going to be a free Dell PC laptop at the end of it, and it was impossible to get. And I remember seeing those early, the ugly ads and the terrible landing pages with blinking text. And I remember thinking, this looks like a marketing campaign. This is when I had no idea. And I thought, but these ugly ads and these ugly landing pages and these stupid free laptops, like who's going to believe they can really get a free laptop? Although I did take those surveys in the beginning when I first saw them. I took the surveys trying to get the laptop. And then after doing 2 or 3 or 4, you could kind of see what was happening. And I thought, and when I first started thinking about making money online, I looked at those for inspiration. Those were one of the many things I looked at that I disregarded as it couldn't possibly work because it's stupid and ugly. And then I'd say about 15 years later, about 10 years later, after I was knee-deep in the marketing world, I met an accountant who dealt with marketing, online marketing people specifically. And he said, "Oh, you're into marketing?" He said, "I do accounting for a lot of huge online marketers." I said, "Yeah." He goes, I said, "Who's the biggest guy? Like how much money's coming through?" He said, "Well, it's going to sound weird, but the biggest guy is, he does those free, like he invented the free Dell laptops, which turned into free iPhones, which turned into free MacBook Pros and everything later on." He said he pioneered that. I said, "Oh, really?" I mean, I remember seeing those ads. And he goes, I said, I thought about it, but it seemed so stupid. I couldn't believe anyone was making any money. He said, "Let me just tell you this." He said one of his companies the previous year, one of his previous companies, I think the tax bill for him was $40 million. Something like that. It was extraordinary. My head exploded, and it kind of made me think about things differently, like, oh, just because it looks crappy and the design's not good doesn't have anything to do with its profitability. You know, a lot of us, especially if you come from a design background, which I did. I used to love design. I would get in Photoshop battles, and I was into design and crisp design, branding, beautiful marketing. And so I thought to make money on the internet, you would have to have a beautiful brand, right? Well, that's completely false, and it's actually the opposite. The uglier it looks, the more it stands out. The uglier it looks, the more people trust it. The uglier it looks, the more people feel like it probably wasn't built by some soulless organization who's out to steal their money. It looks like someone who's actually created an ad at home, and it works. It's a really huge breakthrough that I made early on. That branding doesn't matter. High design does not matter. What matters is you get attention. And sometimes you see those ads where they're hand-drawn with yellow background on the text. It's like, "You are going to die." And there's a picture of a gun, you know, and there's yellow colors behind the word die. And you look at it, you're like, "What? I'm going to die?" And you click, and that's it. Now you're gonna see an ad about how the air is slowly killing you and you need to buy the special gas mask or whatever. You know, they've got you, but they got you. The attention is there. You didn't click it because it was beautifully branded. You clicked it because it caught your eye and scared you to death. And that was like many, many years ago. I don't even know how long. But so today, wrap this into today's title. I was checking my email, was just about to clear my spam folder because there were so many of them. And then I clicked in it, and before I deleted them, I read them. Because here's a trick for you guys. If you're still with me, we're 8 minutes in. This is going to be a longer video because I'm rambling. But we'll make it a marketing podcast. We'll call it something like How to Steal Headlines from Email Spam Folder. Before I cleared it out, I read through the headlines because a little trick that I don't know if you know, maybe you have heard about it, maybe you have not, maybe I invented it, maybe I stole it, I don't know. But some of the best ways to come up with headlines and angles for your own ad campaigns, if you're into that, is to steal ideas from your spam folder. And the reason that it works is because these spammers are operating from some other country. They have 1 billion servers. Some of them even buy internet service providers so that they can run their spam. It's totally illegal, right? No one wants it, but there's obviously people somewhere doing it. And so they're sending out, to make money, they make millions of dollars. So to make millions of dollars, they have to send out billions and billions and billions of emails. Because for every smart person like me and you, for every 1,000 of us, there's going to be 100 dummies that believe everything that the spam email says. I mean, obviously someone's clicking the spam emails and buying things, or they wouldn't send them anymore. Same with the Nigerian scammer callers and these things where they say that you've won they have $40 million from a prince they want to transfer to you. Someone is doing that and sending them cash, or they wouldn't do it anymore. So your spam folder is filled with ideas, headlines, and subject lines, which could be a subject line and a headline could be turned into an angle quite easily. And they're heavily, heavily tested. If these guys know what they're doing, they have so much data to pour through that they probably could optimize their headlines and subject lines into being totally lethal. Imagine you could send out 10 billion emails over the next 6 weeks and then review the data. And then send it again, and then review the data, and then send again, and then review the data. You would have so much information that you could optimize so quickly, and you could learn so quickly that you could do tremendous things. Well, tremendously evil things if you're a spammer. But as a marketing guy or girl, you can look in your spam folder and take their heavily tested ideas and test them on your own campaigns. Because if they're sending them, they're working. They're in your spam folder because everyone's getting good at blocking these things, but someone's still getting them, and someone's still clicking them, and someone's buying. So today, we're going to go through my actual Gmail spam folder. I'm going to pull it up here, and I'm going to read some of them to you and talk about why I think that they're stupid or interesting, wonderful or terrible. And I can already tell you, I saw something really cool that was kind of a reverse angle that might help someone who sees this and wants to do something fresh on your campaign. But check this out. This is my straight out of my Gmail spam folder from today. The standard stuff, the most prevalent spam message is, I have a Mad Society question that went to spam, so I'm going to check that not spam. That's hilarious. Glad I checked my spam folder before I deleted it. Okay, so the main thing that I see are all dating. I'm a guy, so it's all coming from quote-unquote girls, which is definitely guys. And the angle that they're using and this is a heavily used angle of photos. You have 10 new photos from Jennifer. And the email is from Jennifer, pretty standard. And the 7 is in parenthesis because we all know when you put a number and then put it in parenthesis, like it's for some reason gets a higher CTR. It makes the eye fall to it faster. So it says 7 in parenthesis, new photos from Jennifer. That's been going on for decades. That'll work on guys till the end of time. Some dumb guy, some poor guy is going to see that and go, oh, someone named Jennifer just sent me 7 photos. Let me click this. Oh, it's on some dating site. Oh, I have to create an account. Oh, they want my credit card. It's $17, but Jennifer sent me 7 photos. I really want to see what they are, and boom, it's over. That's how it works. So I saw an interesting reverse angle of that, and it says, let me see if I can find one. There's so many. Okay, this one's from Lakeisha. And it says, why are you sending me this? ? That's the subject line. And the intro text that you see in the preview says, hey, you, please stop sending me your pictures on this website. See how they changed it? Instead of saying Jennifer has shared 7 photos with you, log in to check them now. This one's saying, hey, whoever you are, please stop sending me photos right now. Boom. If you're a guy and you're into online dating, you're going to log in to see what the hell's going on. Like, oh, I sent someone some things. Why is she mad at me? It's an interesting way to get someone to click the link. You're going to open it and go, well, I haven't seen this before. You know it's spam if there's Jennifer sending you 7 photos. But what's this? Please stop sending me photos. Who did I send? Boom, they got you. You log in. Who's mad at me? It's an interesting flip side that they put on it. So that's one. A new take on an old one. I mean, the dating thing is going to probably go on forever. There's always going to be humans. We're all getting older, and there's a new batch of young people who have probably never seen these messages, so they'll always have an audience. And everyone wants a date. Everyone wants to get laid, and they're going to work. That's going to work till the end of time. Here's another good one. Instead of inviting, we've all seen the ones like Sarah wants to chat with you. Click here to read her chat now, and then you have to log into the site to see the chat that doesn't exist. Or maybe it was sent by a robot, but either way, you paid the $19.95 a month, and you might forget to cancel your order, and then they can charge you for the next 6 months before you figure it out, and boom, they're making money. Sad but true. But here's a good one. Instead of saying someone wants to talk to you, it says, this one's from Melissa Parks, very specific name. And the subject line just says, blocked with a question mark. And a lot of times people think a good subject line or a good headline has to be really complicated, and like it has to be using cash advertising type of text, using subliminal language, which to me, after 10 years of experience, is cash advertising is a great book. Super complex headlines are great, and I'm sure they work well for most people. But to me, what works the best is just being simple. Not the best, but what works best some of the time is just being simple. So this subject line is just blocked. That's going to get me to open it faster than, do you dream of a woman who will make you happy? And, I just want blocked. What? Who's blocked? Click. And the preview text of the email just says, hey, did you block me on WhatsApp? I am so hurt. Look, man, if you've never seen that before, it sounds way more conversational and probably works much, much better than Melissa has just sent you a message on WhatsApp, because you're going to go, I wasn't expecting a message. But with this one, it might confuse you enough to go, okay, I'll log in. And I didn't mean to block her. I know a Melissa. Is that her married name? Could work. Funny, very smart. So whoever did that, very smart. I call these, they're genius, but they're evil. So they're evil genius. Evil genius headlines from the Gmail spam folder. And some of them are pretty sophisticated, like they have my first initial and last name in them. So this one's from Sarah, and it just says, hi, exclamation point. And the preview of the email just says, is this M. Darras? Like, yeah. Man, if you're older and not savvy about what happens online, you might open this and go, well, they know my name. And God, I'm not going to open the email because then I'll get more from them. So, but God knows what's on the other side of that. Oh, here's a good one from Jenny with kissy marks, animated kissy emojis in the subject. And Jenny says, I'm here for you, M. Darras. Please F me today with flaming gifts. And that's a great subject line. I'm here for you, M. Darras. Please F me today. I love it. Here's one from Okichuwu Anthony. Terrible name choice, because being that I'm in the United States, there's probably a good chance I don't have a lot of friends or schoolmates named Okechukuwu. So kind of a mistake there. I would have gone with Jim. But the subject line is great. Capital letters, please do get back to me. Oh, I see what this one is. It shows the preview of the email. It says, attention, I am Barrister Okechuwu Anthony. And then it trails off. So this is one of those, I have $50 million I'd like to transfer to your bank account. And as sad as it sounds, man, as sad as it sounds, those email scams work. The Nigerian email scam thing where it's a print and all that, they work, or they wouldn't send them. And I've seen stories where people confess to sending them tens, 20s, 50s of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands. I'm sure some poor sucker out there has sent in millions to these people trying to get whatever the 40 million, it's sad. I once watched a show about an alcoholic guy. It was that addiction show. It was called Addiction or something like that. What was it called? I can't remember. But this guy was a drunk, and he had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars sending to scammers in blackouts. He would get drunk, call them on the phone, they would leave him messages, and they would talk. They were like his friends. It was sad. He was alone and wasted every day. And he sent them hundreds of thousands because they were going to send him tens of millions, and he went completely broke. Here's a pretty good subject line from Sophie. Hello, do you remember me? Simple. And the email just says, hi, we need to talk. And it has a link. Brilliant. Simple. Again, there's no fancy marketing language or emotional language or psychological type of thing. It just says something simple, click this. Again, probably not cash advertising approved. And again, probably works very well. Here's a good one. Here's a bad one from Rob. It says, attention, your pending payment, which isn't a bad subject line. You're going to open that if you have, everybody likes pending money. but the email intro just says, me a severe whipping. So someone's probably testing. They just threw garbage in there to see if people open the email. Who knows? But that doesn't seem very good. Here's one, your government grant status. And they want you to click here. Oh, here's one from Olga. Okay, Olga. Want to F a horny slut tonight? Let's meet. That's your standard dating one. I prefer the stop sending me photos. I much prefer that one. Okay, we have found your missing money. Probably not. Okay, here's one. Here's another one from Jasmine. Stop sending me your photos. Hey, you, stop sending me your pictures. Here's one from Chris. Stop sending me your photos. Hey, did you just send me your photo on blah, blah, blah? Wow. Okay, so this is an important trend to look at. Like if I was looking for something, I'd probably focus on that. Because there are huge number of, you have 10 new messages from girls, right? I want to bang you tonight. But it looks like the new theme that I'm seeing anyway is stop sending me these photos. So let's just talk about that real quick and then we'll wrap up. Do you see how they flipped the angle? Like I'm going to go ahead and close this down so I can see if my face is even on the camera anymore. Boom, there we are. So interesting. But you see how they flipped it around? In the beginning, it was all about you have something waiting for you. Click here to get it. That's been going on for ever since email existed, ever since it became a thing. But after all this time, people have gotten savvy. Okay, I probably don't have 10 new messages from a hot girl on this dating site. I clicked it. I signed up. They got me. My credit card got billed. I'm not happy. But this is a new way to entice the same people that have already been burnt into getting burned again. You're just coming at them from the other direction. So instead of saying you have 10 new messages, they're saying, hey, whoever you are, stop sending me photos on this website. I'm sick and tired of this, and I'm going to come after you. Because that will make you, that's kind of like a fear-based thing. That'll make you go, well, I need to see what's going on because, I don't remember sending anyone photos, and why is this person mad at me? And it has a pretty good chance of getting you to open it, which is step one. You have to get them to open it. And step two is get them to click. And then step three is to get them to log in and realize they have to use a credit card, and then boom, 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 boom. So if you're a marketing person, and if you're watching this, there's about a 50% chance you are, especially if you're still watching this. I just realized we're at 22 minutes. All good. Today's a podcast. If you're running a campaign right now and you've got what people call banner blindness, mainly meaning your angle's not working anymore, your ad, your copy, your landing page, try flipping it on its head and coming at it from the other direction. So, like these guys did, instead of saying you have something, come at them with a fear thing, like stop sending me stuff. Like what? And it's amazing what a fresh angle, what just a new fresh perspective can do for a campaign. Like if you were doing car insurance, people are used to seeing save money on car insurance. But if you come at it from a completely different angle, and say, I'm not going to be able to come up with something great off the top of my head, but just switch it around. Like, we're going to overcharge you for car insurance. Here's why. People are going to go, what? They're charging more? And here's why? Let me see what the hell this is. Oh, okay. Oh, they're going to charge more in the beginning, but then I'm going to save over time, click the thing, sign up, put in your credit card, boom, then you got them. But whatever you're doing, you can flip it on its head. So whatever campaign you're running, like my campaigns right now, I do this all the time. I try to think of what's the opposite. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But especially if you're stuck, or if you've been running an ad angle for a long, long time and it's been working and it stops working, flip it on its head. Instead of telling them they're going to get the benefit, tell them about why they need to get rid of the horror story. So instead of you're going to lose 100 pounds in a day, talk about heart disease attributed to burgers, or something. Instead of the benefit, sell them the fear that would drive them towards getting the benefit. It's an interesting psychological type experiment to do, and it's free. Log in. You don't need to buy a book. You don't need to follow a blog. Log into your Gmail or whatever email you use. Go directly to the spam folder, and before you delete it, take notes, man. Those headlines are the most heavily tested headlines and subject lines and previews of any ad campaign you're going to see on the internet. And it's totally this. You don't need to pay for a spy tool. You don't have to use a VPN to view the ads. You just log into, you're getting the emails right now today. It's full, thousands of them. And if you delete them all today, you'll have hundreds more tomorrow. It's a never-ending spiral of, it could be one of two things. Spam can be an annoyance, definitely that. Or you can flip it on its head and make it an inspiration. So that's the lesson for the day. That's it. That's all I got. 25 minutes in and I got to go. 10:11, I'm going to hit the gym. Eat. I think today I'm doing vegan donuts because I've been really good for the last week and a half. And then, yeah, man, work, do some things, hang around, try to avoid the news, try to keep my head together, and try to put out a video for you guys whenever I can. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully you're having a great day. It's your pal Malan. And I hope you enjoyed the smooth sounds of my voice into your computer monitor or headphones or whatever. Ooh. Almost out of coffee, so we definitely have to go. You are my sunshine. Boom. Coffee. Cheers. If you do check your headlines, post the best one in the comments below. Although they will probably get flagged for spam. We'll see. Go to your spam folder, find the best headline you can find, and post it in the comments below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube BS to try to help the channel grow, which it is growing. We're at like 8,300, 8,400 subscribers right now, which is mind-blowing. So thank you for that. And as always, take care. Oh, pop my back. And I will see you in the future.